Well, hi guys. We're on the Amazon stand, CES Las Vegas 2026. They've got obviously Amazon robotics products here. So you've got these two lovely ladies that's going to give us like an overview about what's going on here. So I'm going to pass it over. Please give us an intro about yourself, about your company, and about what's going on here.
Yeah, sure. So my name's Nejma. I'm Solutions Architect at AWS. And what I'm here to demonstrate is a robotic solutions demo that we created as a team to show the capabilities of physical AI built on AWS. So what you're seeing here is a robot solution that is utilizing agentic AI to be able to independently reason and think through the process of picking an object, going through a quality inspection, and then sorting those objects based on a defective item versus a non-defective item. And that robot is really inspired by what AWS Robotics is doing in their manufacturing floors. So they have their own robots, as you can see in the back. They have their Luna, which is their AI model, and then the Blue Jay robot. And that's what they're using on their manufacturing floors. And so this is just more so a inspiration to show the capabilities that, you can still have your own solution to robotics and physical AI on AWS.
Wow, okay. And then, so for the AWS physical robots, we've seen it in industry. Do you reckon it's going to be coming down into your home soon or small business? Because every time I hear of Amazon robotics sector, we're talking about big industry. So it'd be quite interesting to see what's going on in small to medium size industry.
Yeah, I personally can't speak on what Amazon's direction is in terms of those types of industry, but what I can say, this is something that anyone independently can build and orchestrate themselves. All that we're using is public information, so the models that we use are through Bedrock that anyone can access. This is a standard bots robot that anyone can order. And so you can replicate this kind of robot and do these kind of trainings and implement it in different ways with different objects, different pick and place. You can even change out the suction dead hand gripper. So there's a lot of different utilizations in terms of this kind of robot orchestration.
Right, perfect. So in terms of what I've seen in robotics as well, is that we're getting to a no-code situation where we can literally just ask the robot what to do. That you get chatbot GPT to translate that, and then it will actually build code into it. Is Amazon doing anything like that, developing any software around that?
So currently, I can't really speak on exactly how that works, but like we said before, this robot is very much customizable. All of the agents, the types of AI that we're using is something that you could replicate. So regarding bringing flow, that could be a possibility. Anything is designed to take on the self-assessing pretty cool stuff that we're actually doing stuff today.
Sorry.
If you've probably seen what was launched with RoboPhil, you probably heard about Hero. That's actually I don't know if that's I think that's made public recently, but the Hero software is an AI application where you can kind of communicate with a model in terms of prompting it, and then it can create code that can be used from Maze.
Right, Curo, I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, if you search up AWS Curo, you'll be able to see it's an application that a lot of people
Right, okay, perfect. Right, I'll Google it and then I'll add some stuff. That's a lot.
The basic workflow that you're seeing is that the robot starts at this position where it scans the workplace and identifies the objects that it sees. And then it's going to identify the coordinates to know how to locate the object. So on the iPad, you'll actually be able to see that you can see the robot's camera that's on it. And then also there's depth vision. So that's how we're able to actually locate the objects. And then the agentic AI starts going through a thinking process where it thinks about which tools to call on. And then tools are basically these functions that outline the different actions that the robot will take. So it'll think about what's the next step, like finding an item, picking that item, taking it to the quality inspection control area, where there are two cameras that takes pictures of either side of the object. And then that is sent to a vision model. And that vision model is given a reference image where we show what a good object looks like, so a non-defective item. Right. And then we prompt that model to understand what are the outlines for a defective item. So if it's a scratch or a color or a damage, we can outline that. So then the model will go through that process, and then those lights indicate whether it's a defective item or a non-defective item, and then the robot will sort them as such. So non-defective on this side, and then taking out any defective items. And then all of that is kind of shown on the dashboard as well, where you can also see the AI thinking process, the tools that it's calling upon. It also gives back feedback, so you can see like what it's thinking, how it's going through that. Yeah.
All right, and then can you define agentic AI as you guys like to perceive it?
Sure. So agentic AI, essentially we're using a bunch of different agents to replicate the components that the robot must handle. Right now we're using different Nova models. That is also something that you can go ahead and search up. We've also released a couple of those models at reInvent. So this model is, I know they're using Nova Micro, which is one of the agents. But essentially with agentic AI, we're basically replicating all these different workflows and making everything more seamless, essentially.
Right. Perfect. Okay. No, I think that's great. I think that's given us a good overview. Yeah. So we'll post this, guys, and then if you've got any questions, then you can just sort of write messages just in a day. So, no, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Cool.